Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls, coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a really nice outdoorsy card that I made. It's all inked, and I'm using the Pine Forest embossing folder from Altenew and stencils, and then the Mountain Scene stencil as well, and then just a bunch of inking, which you can see all over my fingers. So I've been having fun with inks today. So let me show you how it's made. Okay, so we're going to start with our sky, because it's good to start with whatever's in the back. And I've got Eastern Sky, and I'm just going to put some light blue ink at the top of my card. This is watercolor card, and it's an 1/8 of an inch shy of 5 by 6.5, because my card blank is 5 by 6.5. And I do like using watercolor card for blending, especially when it's just an inked panel that I'm going to use, because I like the texture. It's not completely smooth. It's not rough, but it's not completely smooth. And so it gives you this nice texture. Now I'm going to put my mountains in, and I'm using the Altenew Mountain Scene Building stencil for my mountains. And I'm going to start with, and you want to get it straight is the key, because you don't want your mountains to be crooked. And for my mountains, I'm using some opaque pigment inks from Spectrum Noir, Smoked Pearl and Twilight Gray. So I'm going to start with, this one will be the Twilight Gray. Just gives me a nice background. Then I'm going to use the stencils from the Altenew Pine Forest stencil, and it's got a matching embossing folder. So I'm going to stencil first, and then come back and use the embossing folder. I'm going to come in with a little bit of Peachy Glow, and I'm just going to put a little bit of it all over the rest of the card. And I'm just trying to get sort of the illusion of a tree line in here. And I'm just going to take some of my sugar kelp and just soften the line of those mountains. A lot of rows of trees there that are far off in the distance. Okay. Then I'm going to come in. Let's see. And I got to get my I want to make sure that I have enough room to get my embossing folder up there. So I'm going to start with this one. You know, it might be easier to emboss this first. Okay, so I put a bit of rows of trees in there. Now I'm going to come in with my embossing folder, and make sure I've got it the right way. Yep. And I'm going to emboss some trees into that, and then I'll use the stencils to finish coloring my trees. So let me emboss this. And I'm going to use my mountain pine. It just gives you that really nice foresty look with the various colors. Now in this foreground, right down in here, my sugar kelp. And I think I'm going to use one of the sentiments from the Spectacular Adventures. The joy is in the journey. I love that. Or let new adventures begin. I think I'm going to and then I'm just going to put that onto my card blank, just like that, and we're done. Glue that on. It's just such a fun outdoor card. Perfect for a guy or really anyone that likes the mountains and the outdoors. My husband and I snowmobile, so I could see making those mountains white and for winter, putting some snow in the trees. Okay, and there we go, all done. Thanks for watching.